the side lane, off lane is that's his role right now. Even though we saw some Kanka being played at the mid still, and we saw him being played on the off lane, the hero kind of falls off. You can't just play that full all-in damage Kanka, because it's not working. The hero easily falls off. And when you're building all these utility items, whether you want to go for something like Vlad's, Heaven's Halberd, Crimson Guard, Pipe, you can basically build a Spirit Vest. Anything that your team needs, you can build.
Then you're able to keep a bunch of creeps up there. And let's see if Jarex is able to get it second time.
Well, he can use a Torrent and both on level 6 to gank those creeps.
Look at him. It's amazing. Yeah, now he's going to leave the lane and come back bottom where they can help out. So gives his Seb a nice lane here, at least from the start, because this can be a little bit frustrating to play against. As I miss first blood. Happens every time. No tail. They're going to toss back GH, and does he end up going down to the tower? He will. So Jarex able to make something out afterwards from that first blood.
Nicely done by Jarex. He's gonna give an upper hand to the top lane with these two range creep tosses on the high ground, gets a kill on bottom. Who got the first blood? GH got the first blood.
Yeah. Did lose his life afterwards. Oh man, and this is gonna be a really annoying lane. Coddle gives mana to GH, who just spams out this Ether Shock. It's 140 damage. That is not fun to play against at all. We got some taunt battles going on down here in the bottom lane. Well, meanwhile, mid lane, we haven't talked about it that much, but Matumba Man facing off against Thompson. How do you see this one working out?
Oh, definitely an upper hand for Necrophos. Pangler is still gonna farm, but you don't really threaten a kill at all on Necro unless someone rotates. He's gonna have an easy lane.
Oh, Thompson. Danger, danger. Looks like he's gonna be okay. Yeah, and Matumba Man, I mean, I guess it feels like he can sort of threaten a kill if Thompson's a little bit not careful with his movement, as we saw right there, getting blocked in by the creep. It was a little close.
There's a region rune on top, and Tumba Man needs to get it because Thompson just bought a bottle.
Oh, this is big. Although Thompson, he doesn't have the swashbuckle, and oh my god, GH finds the kill onto Ana. All right, we're just waking up. We're good to go. We're gonna get all these kills now. We're not missing another one, I promise. Miracle has boots already. GH also has boots, and Kuro looks like he's gonna pick his up in about 20 or so gold. Which is a frustrating lane to play against as he gets that Illuminate Blast onto both of them.
Everyone on side of Liquid has a magic stick. Actually, Keeper of the Light does not. He just wants to get the boots to be able to run away and position himself nicely. He already has enough movement speed, but why not stack it? And Thompson just grabbing a creep wave.
Yo, Mind Control played that so well. Getting the kill at level 4 on the Kunkka onto the Brewmaster is really impressive.
Yeah, Brewmaster was way too greedy on top. He had the healing salve there and one more charge off the bottle, but that's a huge advantage for Kunkka because he's gonna hit level 6 before you. So it means even more kill potential, especially if someone rotates.
Oh.
And look where Matumba Man is. Matumba.
Well, I think part of the reason for this was because Thompson went up and pulled the wave back behind the tier 2 tower. And so that kind of put them in a tough situation. Jarex right now is stalking GH. We'll see if they're able to find him here. They walk in range of the Sentry Ward, and now the Shackles comes out. Good amount of damage. The spin comes out afterwards, and they're going to know which way he goes, or at least be able to guess it. Miracle, does he find the kill, though? No. Jarex able to live and gives him the taunt afterwards, but he's going to walk back in range of the Sentry, and that should about end the chase, it looks like. Mind Control. God, getting again, he gets every one of these Tidebringer slashes off onto Seb, who needs to be careful. Is going to salve up through this one as well afterwards.
Oh man, Matumba Man has 3 times the CS of Thompson. 33 against 11.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Well, 5-minute mark, those bounty runes are going to get traded out. Matumbaman moves in. Jerax is going to move into position 2, though, and there's a big kill. Jerax able to rotate and find the kill onto the Kunkka, who's very low.
Nicely done by Jerax. It means Brewmaster got the XP from that kill, and if he sticks around, they might even kill him again.
Well, they kill off Ana instead down bottom. Man, Liquid are just all over OG right now. Yeah, but this would be big for them if they could find that secondary kill. But it looks like Kunkka instead is going to walk down bottom, or go.
He doesn't even know where he's moving right now. He lost his compass.
Poor old pirate. But yeah, they're trying to change things up a little bit. It looks like this is sort of a strange rotation though, because it doesn't have level 6 yet, and also only has the 1-point X. They do find Thompson. We'll have the shackles afterwards. X is going to connect with only level 1. They're still able to get. They know he doesn't have 6 yet, and they drop the ulti on him. Oh my God, Thompson is having the struggle bus of a game.
4-man rotation to get that kill, and they're going to secure the tower for themselves. Kunkka with level 1 X mark play. Matumbaman is so farmed at this point.
This is nuts. 2,000 gold lead. I mean, going into this, I was expecting that Liquid was going to be the better team, but I wasn't expecting it to be this rough. Although, right now, looking at Miracle's levels, he's only level 3. Obviously, having more people in his lane pretty consistently, it's not going to be easy for him to stay here against Seb, I don't think, if it's just Miracle.
But losing a tier 1 tower 6 minutes in is going to cripple them.
Kuro just dropped a ward and the range creeps gave the game away. They ended up punching him as he dropped it up on the high ground. Not the best time, but that one will be dewarded in a little bit. Level 6 there on Thompson. They want to try and get a kill in return. Don't get a lucky shot proc. And Seb moving into position. They will have his ulti, which they're going to use right now. No Ghost Shroud available, and he is going to drop. They find that kill, and GH also showing up here as well. They're going to drop the boat onto several of them, but Kunkka's already been lifted up into the air. This is a good fight for OG. If they can find a couple more of these kills, try and get the Tidebringer smash, which they will find. But the toss back, Jerax able to find him on my control, but the Brewmaster ultimate wears off as well. They're trying to find this kill on Kunkka. Can they bring him down in time? The blinding light pushback, and Kuro keeps his offlaner alive. Still a big win there for OG.
They just needed to rotate that Brewmaster. He had level 6 for quite some time. Now they used it to full potential. They didn't get any damage on the tower, but they might get another kill. Jerax, he's all over the place. Involved in 4 out of 5 kills. Has Tranquil Boots, Windlace, Magic Stick. I love the build. Usually you see Tiny's just rushing for a Blink Dagger after getting a bottle, but I think with a build like this, he can actually have enough movement speed to set up those kills with those back tosses. And Ana dies again.
Also have an Avalanche trying to kill off Kuro. TP maybe gonna rotate in here onto Jerax with him, but looks like it's Mind Control that shows up and it's gonna try and take down this Tiny. Illuminate Blast comes through. Matumbaman gets tossed back towards him, and the little hand is going to chase, and will it find the kill? Doesn't look like they're quite gonna get it. Torrent, oh, just a little bit off the mark. Jerax is going for a walk. They drop down the ward too. He's being chased by the creeps. This is the epitome of space crate, and they're just gonna let or not. So no tail eventually dies. Miracle.
No, he's not gonna. Oh, the Tidebringer was ready.
Yeah. They did find that kill onto Jug on the top lane though. Seb using the ulti for it.
He created so much space. Bounty runes, Kunkka. Oh, they wanted to give it to Brewmaster, but he didn't get it. Kunkka with the phase boots, he's gonna outrun him. Let's see the Torrent.
The Torrent too. Finds Seb, drops the boat. Oh, No Tail comes in though, is able to find it, but can they get the kill? It's like Mind Control needs to run, but well, this is 4 heroes. This is gonna be a dead Kunkka, I believe, as they eventually bounce back the other direction. No Tail gives him the tip, and eventually they kill off the Liquid offlaner. After a really good start, he's been struggling. 3 deaths.
I like Necro's item build. He had Crown. He wanted to go for Road of Atos, but not the greatest item in this game. Then like, what am I gonna do with it? I'm just gonna switch to Veil of Discord. I would love to see Guardian Greaves picked up on Necro.
Fancy kill there. Mr. Ana infests in for the finish. Yeah, it is a little bit different. We were talking about this item yesterday a little bit. You're saying that you felt like it was kind of just a dead item in general, but it does give some armor at least, and you know, pretty relevant stuff there.
Oh, silenced.
Top lane, they're battling for it. Trying to get this kill onto Miracle. He does have spin and no TP. Healing ward down. Maybe can drop it in the trees while they're chasing. Keeps him alive for the moment, and with the rotation for mind control, they can't find that kill. Meanwhile, bottom lane, GH smoked up. There's been a lot of action so far. Topson walks forward, finds the Hex, ward trap, the whole enchilada, but Topson gets the jump out because Jarex is there yet again. This guy's everywhere.
I feel like they could have pushed the tier 2 tower bottom with the 3 heroes and the serpent wards instead. Look at Tiny. He's saving that raindrop. I guess he wants to get the Spirit Vessel at one point if the game goes well for him after he gets a Blink Dagger.
Jarex? Jarex? Does he live? No, okay, Jeeps dead. Looked a little funny tossing his buddy away, but they still managed to get that kill in the end. Top lane, Miracle getting punched, does have the spin still, needs to be careful. They're gonna fully die for this one, and it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to get that kill on the Miracle. The lift up is there for Necrophos though. Now with everybody rotating in, Matumbo Man trying to get out of here. He's walking. He does still have stick charges. Can he pop it? Can he live? He has him after with the Ghost Shroud, but it's not quite going to be enough to keep him alive, as it looks like they eventually take him down, and now Mind Control has stuck around a bit too long. The boat was still on cooldown, and GH is there trying to dissuade them from going any further. No-Tail shows up as well, though. OG brought numbers, have 4, trying to kill off Mind Control, but the Illuminate is there as well. The Blinding Light pushback, it's going to not be enough, because Ana is still there to find the kill.
Yeah, most importantly, Ana is getting those kills. He got the kill on GH, he got a kill on Matumbo Man.
Second away, they can't burn him down in time. But Miracle, well, they get it. The turnaround, the Avatos, they just blow up Miracle. He's just dead. And now Mind Control is going to get lifted in the air. Do they have any other heroes? They're wrapping around with the Pango. Jarex is here as well. Does still have the no boat available, so they take another kill. In the meantime, they did lose Ana up top to a ward trap. So odd things going on all across this map here. 21 kills at just this 15-minute mark.
Yeah, but I think OG is getting way too much. They got 2 kills on 2 cores. They got the tier 1 tower. If somehow Lifestealer survived there, there's a lot of farm on a bottom lane, and in their jungle they have a vision there. Maybe he should just switch back to that part of the map and continue farming that Radiance. Once he gets that Radiance, it's going to be so hard for Liquid to actually fight into, because it's a position 5 Keeper of the Light, which means that he's not going to get that much farm. He's not going to have that Glimmer Cape or Force Staff to save people. Matumbo Man has a Force Staff right now, so that's their saving tool. Jarex is involved.
Avatos, kill off Kuro. Bottom lane, Omni Slash, Ana trapped in the wards. And it is going to be ostensibly a coddle for a Lifestealer. And rolling in, Topson's there. Is not really finding that many great heroes, though, to catch on to. And now they're going to have the Avalanche, the Torrent. It's already interrupting, so they kill off another one. Already 2, Force Staff trying to get away, but Seb is there, able to find the drop down afterwards. Boat's going to connect, so Matumbo Man is going to be very tanky, having that run buff on him this entire time. Can they bring down Matumbo Man in time? They drop down the white hole on top of everybody else. Jarex, Avalanche toss, finds Kuro, trying to kill him off indeed, but they can't quite get it with the Blinding Light. And now the pushback. Matumbo Man still lives through all of this. That run buff made all the difference in the world. Now they turn on to Topson, try and take him down, but he pops the mechanism, lives through it afterwards. And now the the Torrent pulls back in another, and Topson eventually dies. Avalanche to buy a little bit of space. But man, Kunkka getting in for that run buff, making all the difference to keep Matumbo Man alive.
Yeah, Liquid will want to have those long fights where they're gonna use Coco's buff, Aura from Necrolite, which is level 4, the healing ward, so they can heal up and drag these fights. they can deal damage over time, especially on Necro. And I wanted to see this Radiance build on Necro because they are relying so much on Juggernaut to deal the damage, and if he doesn't go for it, I would be afraid that they're gonna lack damage in the mid game. So good choice from Matumba Man.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that this damage does start to fall off eventually. It's like a lot very static and based upon, you know, Kunkka's just magic damage. And then Miracle needs to have a good game for the Omni Slash to really matter. And he's still a little ways away from picking up that Maelstrom after getting the Manta style here. But the Manta should provide a little bit more survivability as they chase forward for Ana. 4 heroes up top right now, and they get him another round of wards, traps, and looks like he is going to drop there. Ana gets the rage, tries to run away. The mech actually keeps him alive. So OG able to keep their carry survivable, and Thompson trying to chase now with the Rolling Thunder working. Matumba Man trying to turn this. They've already caught Mind Control though, and it looks like he is going to be the one that drops. They lost the Shadow Shaman already, and look at the man. He's there yet again. Jerax always in position. Ana chasing after this healing ward. Does eventually take it down. Omni Slash traded over to the creeps. Miracle does nothing with it. Seb is there with his ultimate. OG are doing it with this fight, and they're going to buy back on Jerax. He wants to get back into this engagement because they know that they potentially have Miracle, although now he gets the spin TP away, and it looks like that buyback is not going to be as relevant, although they did lift up now onto the Necrophos. He's going to have a fourth staff in 10 seconds afterwards. And can they get into position the rest of the heroes from Liquid to try and keep Matumba Man alive? They end up losing one. Matumba Man turning, trying to find himself a kill. Does not have that Radiance burn as of yet, but Jerax does get the kill onto Kuro. While this is happening, Ana's completely out of control having his Radiance. Is this a similar type of thing where Matumba Man? Oh, toss back. Seb, they're all on top of them. And Matumba Man still lives through this. The torrent, it's going to connect. Force Step doesn't pull him up to the high ground, but he still has that run buff. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough as they throw at the Reaper Sight, trying to kill off Seb. He eventually dies. And Seb still lives through this one. Can jump back in with the ultimate if they so desire. So OG, in spite of having the Spearmaster on 200 HP, they're still willing to chase the Disarmers there. Jumps forward, gets the ulti off. The Torrent's going to connect onto 2 with the Omni Slash there as well, but it's not looking like it's enough. Kuro tries to run away. GH going to drop the wards. OG is just streaming forward, aggressively taking down that Shadow Shaman. 3 are dead with no buyback, and Mind Control also is going to be chased. They try and kill off that healing ward. Afterwards, Ana takes it underneath the tier 4 towers. OG find themselves another one, and Miracle has gone a bit too far. He is going to finally be able to get the spin away. See him, he's choosing his target. Everybody gets out of the pit. Jerax, Abatos connects onto 3. No tail there as well, and meanwhile they're going to jump into the pit, interrupt. Ana picks up the Aegis. Mind Control wanted it so badly but can't find it. They do find the ward traps. Now Jerax going to be fully isolated. The Omni Slash out, but it's not looking like it's enough damage. They have the Reaper Sight trying to kill off Jerax, but he lives yet again, and Liquid going to be assaulted by the stream of damage coming from OG. They get the silence out on a Miracle. He's gonna have to go for the spin TP away, and he will live, but everybody else on Liquid dies. They're jumping in if they get an opportunity, and Matumba Man reveals himself. Mind Control as well. They're able to find 2 of them. Seth looking for that ultimate, but it was still on cooldown, and now they drop down the Will of the Wisp as well. Ana gonna pop the Enrage, and now they're still able to control this one for the moment, but the Seb ulti is out, and they've also caught Tiny. He's gonna get blown up. They drop the Reaper Scythe onto him. Dead for 100 seconds, no buyback. Has OG finally gone a bit too far? It doesn't look like it. They end up losing the Kunkka as well, and now Thompson rolls through with the Rolling Thunder. They finish off the Radiance on the Necrophos, but Matumba Man is gonna die in the duration of that ultimate. GH trying to shackle to stop him at all, but the silence is there. They find themselves another kill, and Ana, friends with the fountain. He knows where he's going and is just gonna back out afterwards.
They see me rolling, they hate him. And Thompson was just circling around them, full duration ulti. I don't think they can fight. 17,000 network lead. Ana still has Aegis up and running for 2 minutes, and this Guardian Greaves keeping everyone alive and healthy.
Very impressive showing here from OG. This game, I mean, again, you look at it, it was very back and forth up until about that 20-minute mark, and it felt like they just sort of turned the engines on and started to roll at that point from OG. They have caught themselves another here. The Pango is gonna die, so a little bit of an overextension. Now they get the X pullback on a Seb. They know that he does not have ultimate, and Meanwhile, Ana tries to turn this back around. Mjolnir, Seb, get an Omni Slash. Matumba Man is here as well. They're both gonna die. And also, OG has severely overextended. Now GH with the no Hex. He doesn't have anything to control him. Ana's just gonna go for the TP out.
Reaper Sight on cooldown, and on the bottom lane,
The Ration ultimate out. And they're gonna Glimmer Cape him just to get out afterwards. Avalanche tossed back in the Necrophos. Can they blow Matumba Man in time? They don't have a Dispel right now, though. So Matumba Man still lives through it, but all of this damage over time, my goodness. Ana chases forward, and Miracle trying to stop what they can, but this is going to be a dead Kuro. Does not have buyback either, but they're going to buy back onto this Necrophos, try and get him back into the struggles. They find the X, find the ulti. It's going to kill off one. Thompson ends up going down 90 seconds. He does have buyback, and Liquid able to find another. Yeah, and that little avalanche toss from Jerax reveals their positioning. Miracle still moving in. Seb goes to the BKB, seeing if they can make some action happen. The long duration silence now onto the Jug. He needs to get the spin off. Is it going to come in time though? He managed to get the Manta to back away afterwards, and now the Omni Slash comes out as well. Reaper Sight kills off Thompson in the toss away. Jerax barely able to lift through. He must have been spamming that as soon as the Jug comes out of his ulti, but they're fighting forward. Liquid takes down two, and maybe going to be able to find more as Seb is trying to run away, but I don't think it's going to happen. They've got eyes on the Earth Hand to find the Hex immediately afterwards, and now the Shackle's landing. Jerax trying to jump in and create a little bit of space for Seb to run away, but they X him, they pull him back in, and they find the triple kill for Miracle. It's a butterfly, and it's a Roche. And it looks like they're going to be able to, as Miracle still runs forward and has an opportunity to Omni Slash there. The Hex comes out from No Tail, trying to get himself out. And Seb jumps back in brazenly, trying to take this fight to see if they can find anybody, but Omni Slash is going to connect Ana. Why did you run into this? They have the Reaper Sight dead for 2 minutes. No buyback. Jerax also is going to be caught, but he gets the blink out. Sick plays from Jerax, and that's going to keep him alive, but they do take down GH. But losing your carry for the Shadow Shaman.
Oof, I don't know what what the plan was there. You saw double
the X, double the fun. Thompson rolls in, pulls the Kunkka back into him. The jump forward as well. They found Kuro. Going to be Glimmer Cape to get down the vision as well. Able to find that Coddle and kill him. And now the Hex, the long duration disable onto Nature's Prophet. He's dead. All it takes is a second. And again, this is the problem. Liquid might be able to take this fight if they're not careful. OG need to back out of here a little bit. Oh, a great ulti coming down from the Coddle. Can they kill off the Nature's Prophet in time? The Pango dropping low with the Guardian Greaves. It's too much. Miracle turns now, trying to find Ana. Goes for the Omni Slash. The Reaper Sight there as well, but it's not going to be up to find the kill. They do take down Jerax. Ultis have been on point. And they find Thompson. A little bit unfortunate here. The man gets pulled back in, but they miss on the boat, and it's actually going to stop the pressure. The Hex shows up for No Tail, and Ana is here as well. Liquid, have they overextended a little bit? Kuro is fully wrapped in right now by those trees, so he can't get into this fight either. They're going to buy back on the Shadow Shaman. Matumba Man jumps up to the high ground. The Force Staff is there, and he's going to be able to run down No Tail, it looks like, eventually. Summoning trees and just going to try and send them into the base to push out these creep waves. And on the other side of it, GH, these long duration shackles will eventually kill off top. So available, the DD spawned down bottom this time. You can imagine if that DD was up here, this Roche would be just about dead already, but instead it's Ana that's here on top of Miracle. They're battling it out. Seeing who's gonna get more of the bashes. They drop down the ulti as well, coming from that Shadow Shaman. Seb popping the BKB, eventually gonna go for his ulti. Nobody gets interrupted and sleep, and now they find him. Can they burst him though? It's not gonna happen. Thompson jumps through a really good ultimate, but the Omni Slash is gonna be there eventually, and now they've got Ana isolated. They find the double kill as well. Now trying to find Thompson, but it looks like they're just going to be able to move in and finish off Roche.
Just finished the Roche. Double damage is on the bottom lane. OG will need to play some kind of a fancy ass game if they want to win this one. It's not looking good.
He's got to get out of here. In some trouble. Matumba Man breaking the Blink Dagger and finding this Tiny. Does he manage to get out? The Glimmer Cape there. This is a gem as well.
The overtime damage from that Necro. I just want to see the number, how much.
I mean, they've got Sheepstick and Bloodthorn right now on that Nature's Prophet as well, and they found one. Okay, the Hex is there. Can they burn down the Juggernaut? In time, the boat comes out. Is he going to live through it? Just barely. Miracle Manta gets the heal afterwards. That was so close to tragic for Liquid, and they do have control over mind control right now. Pushes them back down again. The Torrent's going to connect on it too, though, and the Omni Slash comes out. It's dealing so much damage, but it's not quite doing enough, and the Abyssal Blade to turn it back around. The Lotus Over's there. They're also keeping Miracle stuck. Where's your Holy Blade, Miracle? You can't heal anybody. He's trying to do his best Arteezy impression as the turnaround comes. Avalanche toss, still living through this one. The Hex comes out a second round. GH can drop down the wards if he so desires, but another round of this Lotus Orb keeps Thompson alive. They couldn't use the shackles because it would have used it on himself instead, and now the Hex to turn it around again. These Lotus Orbs so impactful, but it's not going to be enough, as it is going to be Nature's Prophet and Pango. And over on the side, they've got their man called Jerex at the last second. Keeps him alive. They do have the Infest, and now the Blink away if he so desires. Just going to go for the Rage TP, but Matumbo Man, no Reaper's Scythe. They get in this. Jerex is set up down bottom.
Look at that.
Can they find
speed with Moonshard?
Jump in, Sev. BKB there. He is going to have his ultimate afterwards. Pops it with the Abyssal Blade. They've got him caught. He needs to get it off now. The Reaper Scythe comes out. They try and bring him down in time. Is it going to be enough? It is. They buy back immediately on Sev, though. Now you need to get out of your Liquid, or maybe just go for more. No Tail is also going to die. He has buyback, though, but inside the base, the tier 4s, they could think about turning for it if they wanted to and try and control them. The creeps are in the base mid. And now Sev controlling, starting to take down another. Matumbo Man, they're chasing for him, and they're going to be able to find the Hex, find the Bloodthorn. The Blinding Light pushback keeps him alive for the moment, and that might be enough. No, Ana is there and says no. What can they do? Miracle is going to also be under control. Going to go for the spin TP out. Do they have the bash? No. Back
there
up.
it
They got him. They got them caught. They take him down. Miracle dead 100 seconds.
They want to force out that buyback on Jug. Brewmaster using Split.
They're just going to go for this tower immediately, and they try and take down these creeps. Mind Control, has he taken a talent yet? He decided to go for the Ghost Ship Fleet and just going to use it to clear out these creeps, but cannot stop the eventual death of the tower. The lift up is there on to this Necrophos. They buy back on the Jug. That's going to be the cell to get out of there. Ana ends up eating through the Serpent Wards to make sure he gets out. Jarek's going to go for the walk away. Shadow Blade's there to keep him alive. They take down No Tail. That is a dieback for No Tail. If any of these heroes die, it's a huge opportunity for both teams. Jump forward, GH has it, has him caught, has the Hex, but they catch him. They're going to use the Abyssal Blade even on that Shadow Shaman, so he can't get the lockdown, but the Will-O-the-Wisp is down as well. Ana going to be under control for the moment. He has the immune on him as well. Everybody from Liquid decided that they're going to instead switch over and try and take down the Brewmaster, or maybe Thompson, who's been caught out of position and is going to be silenced, stunned, and killed. But back in the base, No Tail. Well, he's turning around, and Mind Control shows up. He has a gem. No Tail thought that he could make something happen here, but he's going to be pulled back in closer. The silence is there, but No Tail is going to die. Is it just space created, though? Because Ana's thinking about going for the Roche.
Yeah, they're dealing a lot of damage to these tier 4 towers. Once those...
So we'll see if they want to try and take a battle. Miracle hitting himself for the moment. Thompson throws out his ability. They have buyback. No, they don't have buyback on Nature's Prophet. They still need 400 gold. But Miracle trying to take down this ultimate. Seb jumps in with the BKB. Is going to have his ultimate, but he gets back yet again. Seb, he can't rely on BKB, but they drop the ultimate. It's not going to be enough to sleep is there. And the Reaper Scythe comes down. Dead for 170 seconds, and now OG need to run. Liquid are there. Ana tries to turn and fight. The Avalanche, the toss. It comes out as well, but they drop the wards up on the high ground. Ana going to get Ami Such. They find the kill. Miracle chases him down. They buy back immediately on both of those heroes. They want to try and take them down, but they don't have the vision of Jerex to fully control them. And now Miracle, under fire, pops the Mantis out, just tries to turn and see if he can battle, but Ana's on top of him as well, and he goes for the spin. He can't TP, he can't walk away. He's actually blocked out by the wards, but now he gets through the other side of him, and they're going to be able to take down that Tiny. Jerex needs to buy back as well now. No Tail trying to run away. He is going to escape. There's still creeps in the base. He can think about going to the tier 4s or even just that other set of racks if they want, but the Hex is there onto Ana. He's being controlled as well. No buyback on this guy. If he goes down in the Reaper Scythe, it's not quite enough damage. Ana lives, jumps inside Jerex, and Jerex gets him out.
Yes,
Operation Save Ana.
Oh man, sick play by Jerex. He was
and Ana, he finds a regen rune.
Strange.
Ana finds a regen rune. He turns it back around and they found Miracle. They take him down, the most timely of runes. They get the kill. Jug doesn't have buyback for 2 minutes, but Tumbleman needs to get out of there as well. The Ghost Shroud, the attempt to run away. 10 seconds left on that Reaper Scythe. Can they find that kill? GH is here to try and save his buddy, but he blinks away instead. And Matumbaman going to be controlled, going to be killed off. He does have buyback though. And now Miracle gets his buyback. It came off of cooldown. They decide to remove teleportation for the Nature's Prophet because he needs to be everywhere at once. But now they can head back
really
to
low. Liquid's not going to get there in time.
Oh, big plays. And they claim it.
Liquid also popped the glyph because Nature's Prophet was in the base. They lost one tier 4 tower. Let me see who got what. Lifestealer got the Aegis. 1, 2.
Oh.
Let me just count that. 1, 2, 4 buybacks on side of OG in the previous fight.
The back and forthness of this game. Thompson, Seb, they walk up high ground, but they found him. GH, this is so key for them. Thompson trying to roll to create a little bit of space, but GH has already popped the BKB, and just when it was looking good, they lose the Brewmaster. 170 seconds.
Yeah, go check
Thompson?
your Gmail, Facebook, Twitter.
They do get out with Thompson, but he is gone for a while. What can Liquid do in this time?
Mind control. He knows what's up. He's trying to find Nature's Prophet if he wants to cut the waves.
Yeah, that's the play.
Just escorting the creep wave. That's his job.
They still have a tier 2 tower up top.
Escort control.
Can OG take this fight without the Brewmaster?
They have to.
Right? So the DD is there. They can't go for the final Mega Creeps, but it looks like Liquid are just going to call the go for the throne. Ana pops the Rage. They're going to use the Glyph as well, trying to hex, trying to control, but again, the toss back is not enough, but they were able to actually get GH. That's a pretty good target if they can bring him down in time. The Sprout is going to be there as well. The BKB comes out, and he's got the Shackles, but No Tail finds the kill, and that was also the Tiny dead. He's also gone forever with that Reaper's Sight used, and they need to take down Miracle, but Ana is going to be controlled. He's going to be punched. They do have the Rolling Thunder as well, but it's not enough. He's not hitting onto enough heroes. Ana turns, tries to lifesteal up through this one, but I'm not sure if it's going to be there. The Sprout, it actually keeps Ana separated from Miracle. They turn with the Obby. They take him down. It's the only the Aegis, but they're going for the throne. They're trying to get any type of control for these heroes that they can. They use the Blissful Blade onto Miracle. Throne at 2,500 HP. Ana just wants to keep him alive. They're sprouting the throne to try and keep it alive there, but with the Force Staff through, with the control coming from GH, it's going number 1.
Man, what a game. I did not expect to be this close of a game. Liquid, they did it. They managed to come back. What was it? What, 25,000 network lead for OG?